locker room. I want to jump right now and talk right about that game. Y'all said the ending of that game, and that was a very good ending. And I'm gonna tell you my thoughts on this game because that was you saw what happened. Seattle game ended field goal. Walk-off field goal, win the game, 23-20. But Seattle's defense did a great job all game shutting down Arizona's offense. And I'm sitting here watching the game and eating. And this is my thoughts. And I'm watching it. And I'm like, you know, Kyler Murray is such a talent. I mean, so explosive, such a runner, has a strong arm. But is this the best of them? Like it's like you hope for something great, but in the end, it's going to just come up a little short. And they'll give you something great, but in the end, it's just going to come up a little bit short. This was interesting tonight. This was interesting because I was sitting there thinking about it, and then Seattle's dominating this game, and then the last two drives, boom, boom, they come alive now, and they tie the game back up, and Sam Darnold come in and make a drive to win at the end. There's so many things in this. First, the Kyler Murray part I talk the Kyler Murray part and how difficult it is if you're Kyler Murray because you are what they consider to be a dual threat. Now, your decisions have to be like, I got to learn how to stand in the pocket and stare down the barrel and not run. But then I got to also learn how to not stand in the pocket and run before it's too late. And both require a talent. Let me give you an example. And a skill, and an assessment of judgment. Because if you're Tom Brady, you're only working on how to win with your ability to throw. Boom, 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 boom. You have no thought ever in your mind when the rush is on, I'm going to be able to run this way or slip this way or slide that way. Those aren't even options open to you. So without those options open for survival, you learn how to get that ball out your hands fast before they take you and knock you on your ass. Just a little rhyme, but messing around, but real deal stuff. You know what I mean? You beat people. So then you beat them with your mind and you beat them with the quick passing games. That means you're pre-reading the zones in the holes in the defense even before you snap. Snap, boom, and I throw it right away before the rush can get to me because I can't get away from anybody. So he uses his shoulders up only to win at the quarterback position. Don't have to struggle with decisions in any other way. But when you're a dual threat, that decision becomes difficult. To know when I got to stay in the pocket. Although Lamar Jackson, I got to stay in the pocket to get it done, to that play develop. And that thing is telling you got to get out the pocket. And unlike Tom Brady and Peyton Manning, you have the ability to do it. So now you have more of a decision to make in a moment where a decision must be made. Look at this split. Think about this. This is why, for a long time, people didn't believe the Jalen Hurts type can win a Super Bowl because the primary had to be in the pocket. And you didn't run Jalen Hurts. I only used him because he just won the Super Bowl. So he debunks all of that. But you know what I mean? So we know it's not true. And yeah, that's why I use him. He's the right one to use. You know, people have used Warren Moon and everybody who brought, Jalen Hurts took it to the next level. You know, he didn't go in like Doug Williams and played it from the pocket and threw it all over the field like they did it. He went and did it his way, run first pass. And that's a tougher decision. That's what I'm saying. And that's what that's what Kyler Murray has to deal with. That's what Kyler Murray has to deal with. He's so explosive. He's so explosive that the lure of that big play holds you there. Holds you there. But you have to be very consistent. You have to be consistent. And if, consistency, honestly, and I'm just going to say it, from at his size, it's going to be very difficult to get. It really is. I know a lot of people are going to be all over Marvin Harrison Jr. And it just blew my mind today, guys. It blew my mind. Locker room, listen to me. Go back and get what I was talking about when I said what George Pickens must do. And how I was talking about how soft receivers are now running that slant route. And how I told you guys always, when I ran that slant route, especially late, and with all that pressure of people around me, your body's going to feel that pressure. What did he do? That's why you don't catch that ball like this. Because you cannot close your hands on that ball. It's not about, he's scared. I read all the comments. Chicken hands or chicken wings or you're scared. All of this stuff, man. It had butterfinger. It has nothing to do with that. It's his natural body tightening up because it feels the pressure. And that's why I'm telling you. Like I tell you gotta step up. You gotta think past your body. You gotta say, when I'm running that slant route and all of that pressure's around me, I'm not gonna put my hands up like this because I can't close because I'm tight. I'm not gonna hold my hands like this because I can't hold the ball. I can't close the hand. But if I do this, if I catch that ball, boom, 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 all I'm doing is preventing what happened tonight. Because when the ball hits here, boom, even if you hit me and knock me out, I lock up on the ball. I lock up on the ball. Dude, I'm telling you, I know people think this sounds crazy. But I'm telling you, this is how I broke it down. This is what it is. And these big guys have to learn how to play the game like this. And I want to say this for Marvin Harrison. Y'all kiss my ass. Y'all have no idea how hard it is. Oh. To be Marvin Harrison Jr. Spread out wide. Getting ready to run a slant route. And all of that's bearing down on you because they know they got to get you involved and you are the man. And you run that slant route, bam, bam, bam. You're only open like that. It's only this. And as Marvin Harrison, and nobody talks about this. I should make everybody send a check for the kind of information I'm giving y'all here and the kind of tutelage I'm giving. If these jokers ever wanted to be great, they should get this and don't stop looking at it, learning it. I'm telling you right now. Oh my God, it's crazy. You can't have any idea how hard it is for this young man when he breaks off and run that slant route in that tight space. And he looks back. And when you look back at that line of scrimmage, you look back towards where the quarterback should be. Because of Kyler Murray's height, he doesn't stand wide and big and tall like Troy Aikman did. He's small, and he's ducking down. And all you see is a blob of meat 300 pounds, 275, 280, all around you. And then that football, just comes out of nowhere. You don't know which hole is coming in. This way, and it's up on you like this. So come on, peeps. And you got to adjust to that ball. And because of his size, so I can't see him over the line of scrimmage. He's not standing back there tall. So now when you run that slant route, you look back. It's like it just shoots from one of the barrels of the gun, and you don't even know which barrel, the 2-hole, the 4-hole, the 6-hole. It's like, where is it coming? Where is it coming? And now it's up on you like this, and all these people are around you, and the pressure that you feel, and you put your hands up like this, you doom yourself. But I'm not telling you to get on him. I'm telling y'all to understand what he's going through. I promise you. I promise you. Now, it's different with those balls up the field because there's enough time on those passes for you to locate. If Kyler drops back and you can't see Kyler Murray, all right, and then boom, it's a 9 route. You're not looking to see him anyway. You're way down the field. I'm only going to look up. If I see anything back there, it's too late. But a slant route is like this. It's a boop, 1, 2, 3, bam. I'm taking 1, 2, 3. He hit a third hitch. I gotta let it go. He has to let it go. And I gotta find which gun just shot that bullet. You understand? Is that coming over the center guard? Is that coming over the guard tackle? Is that coming over the tight end? And that's a hard call. That's a hard call. That's why I was saying the other day, like big guys like that. And even that slant route, look how close he got in. Marvin Harrison, look how close he got in to all of what I call the jump, the linebackers, the safety, all barreling down. Because it was man-to-man out here. Out wide, Marvin Harrison should widen out. Nobody's telling you you can't widen the field to buy you some time. This is a bang play. It's not going to be you got to run fast as you can. I'm hit you and you run through the defense. That's not happening. You're going to catch the ball. You want to catch it as wide as you can. So widen out. This is what I was talking about with George Pickens. Wide. And then if you have to, when you set that foot, you recock that arm and you reset him. And now you're coming right off his tail in a lot of ways from what I call the jump. This is football 101. Or I guess I should say football HOF. You know what I'm saying? Football HOF. I'm sorry. Marvin Harrison has way more physical gifts than I ever had. I beg God to have some of his physical skill sets and some of his physical abilities. Never had. But him or anyone else that don't hear what I'm saying will never get what I got. You'll never get. This is wide receiver at HOF. It's things I'm sure no other wide receivers ever even talked about. You can look all day. Ain't no coach ever said it. Ain't nobody ever said it. And they never will. You can only get it right here. Period. If I'm Marvin Harrison, George Pickens, man, I would be on my doorstep saying, give me those secrets. And you go to a whole another level. I'm make them write a big check for all those secrets. But I guarantee you, the NFL will write such a big check to all of them when I reach down inside that kid and pull out that old king and he rules that kingdom. I'm just saying, let me get to what I see in Seattle. Because I know a lot of people going to be on Marvin Harrison about that drop. Also, I expect Kyler has to put that ball on me more. You know what I mean? You see the pressure in front of me. I'm running towards the pressure. Don't lean me out. Set me in. I don't care if I got this guy, if I got the guy behind him, I got him on my back. So there's no pain coming there. So instead of reaching me out here, make me hold up back here. Oh, hold back here. There's no pain coming back here. And Kyler kind of put him out there. So I'm going to tell young Marvin Harrison, jump to that ball with your body. But I'm telling Kyler, come on, man, slow him down. Don't run him forward because that's the jump that's forward. Now, I give him credit for coming back and making those last two drives. As a matter of fact, that's what he did. And that corner touchdown, it wasn't about now. Remember that corner touchdown that Marvin Harrison called, that should have been an over-the-shoulder woof. He got inside leverage. He's the inside man. When you run a quick fade, you want to catch that ball over the shoulder because you got all of this room to run out here on the fade route. But he put up and got it. Kyler should have put way more air on that ball. Anyway, even if I go up and go outside, that's an easier catch. But here again, you look back, you don't see Kyler. You don't know where that damn ball's coming from. And nobody talks about this. Nobody talks about it. And Kyler doesn't put air up under the damn ball like he should, so I can find it in the air. I get lost because his ass is so short, and you can't get it. And then you spot it late, and you got to go and he snapped that ball. You got to give that kid some credit. He spotted it. I'm guaranteeing you spotted it late, and he went and grabbed that ball. Now, him spotting it late is probably what helped him because when he spots it late, the DB can't lock in till late on where he's going with his hands, and that's why he missed him. Dude, that's so good, dude. That's so good. That's so good I should be giving it for free. But really, that's all. That's what I'm going to say. They got to work that out. They talked about him from a leadership standpoint. Kyler Murray, right? I thought this was interesting because, then Kyler walked by Marvin Harrison on the sideline, and he didn't say anything. And Tony Gonzalez was saying, man, he has to turn to his guy. His guy was down, come on, man, we're going to get it done. We're going to get it, and then go out and get it done. And they did that in the second half. But people talk about his leadership. And dude, I'm going to tell you something. Even that, you got to think about it. Kyler, growing up, we all got our kids' stuff with us, Like my lips are messed up because I had these big lips. And they called me Aunt your mama, all those big names. Carry my lips like that. So you imagine Kylie's a little shorter. So, I'm sure people were messing with him about that. So, he always been able to chop down everybody and prove that that's not a hindrance. But when you got that fight in you, sometimes you don't have a great connectivity because you see everybody as a challenge, And yeah, that's been the thing people say, just kind of leader is Kyler, what kind of leader is he? And I think you gotta, you know, you gotta be about people to truly want to lead people. And Kyler got a lot of great talents, a lot of great gifts. And I think he's learning a lot of these things as he goes because all of those talents and gifts would have gotten him all the wins he wanted in college, because he, or in high school. But he understands at this level, he needs a little bit more help. So, yeah, they picked it up in the second half, and I think they can continue to do that. As long as they continue to understand it's more. It's how much we work together, how much we come together for the Cards, and that'll determine how much is. Let me tell you what I really say when I talk about the Cards. I think Kyler Murray puts them in a tough place because really, it's like he gives you just enough hope, but I don't know if it'll get you there. Just enough hope. But he's going to come up short. No pun intended. And what do you do? What do you do with that? It's hard to make a decision to do something else when you got that hope that he does give you. That's interesting. Now Seattle, because I thought this is interesting case too. I told you Seattle would win that game, but Sam Darnold, he threw for about 242 yards. Sam looks good, y'all. I saw you say the post game interview with Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold looks good. He looks like he's in control. Talked about just not making the bad plays, not putting his team in a tough position. Understand I got a great defense out there. And they've come up time and time again. And him and Jax, they really got something going great. They had no catch, no receptions in the first half, and then jumped out in the second half and went off. And made plays. They got a lot of young talent. I told you guys, if you were around, even when Cooper Kupp signed with Seattle, I was the only one predicting Cooper Kupp signing with Seattle and how good that would be because Sam was leaving Minnesota. And remember all of this, the same Sean McVay offense and Kyle Shanahan offense. You know what I mean? And now to have Cooper Kupp in Seattle, giving you that inside presence, that little Charlie Brown protection blanket, you know what I mean? Makes all the difference in the world. So that's what, and it will make a lot of difference for Seattle. Seattle's gonna shock a lot of people. Great defense, and when you get young guys, like they got Sam, Jax, Walker, Elijah Aurora, that's my boy, tight end from the U. That's my boy, man. Great, great dude, man. I love that dude, man. And I love his spirit. He has some of that Mike Irvin spirit. Always up here. He kept our team always up here, always feeling good, man. Happy all the time, work all the time, want to work all the time. I'm telling you, Seattle got a great defense. And you will see as this year goes on, the closer and closer, that young offensive group gets Sam Darnold, Jax, Walker, Elijah Aurora, all of those boys, the closer and closer they get, they can be dangerous real soon. Real soon. I'm telling you. And I'm talking about this year, real soon. So Seattle, you got something going. And it looks like Sam has found a home too. You know what I mean? Like Sam's gonna be there a while. Looks like that's his city. I mean, he just looks so good. Maybe I'm just getting old, but I see guys like Sam. You see guys like Josh. It's funny. You guys don't see it, like see the maturity in which these guys have come. We've been watching them for a few years now. I think it's amazing to see it. And we watch their leadership and everything as they grow. Their life is played on this front stage. I don't know how you can't enjoy results when you see a guy that goes through what Sam has gone through and got back up again and then even did what he did in Minnesota and basically they said, not good enough and got back up again and now look like the bird has landed home. The Seahawks has landed perfectly home in Seattle, where he may be for quite a while. Right there with the 12s. Only in the National Football League. Nothing like it, bro. Nothing like it. Let's talk later, locker room. A lot to talk about.